ninguna política opinión. Sonaba unpopular política opinion. Sonaba unpopular política opinion. Ninguna política opinion. Ninguna política opinion.
Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. I am your host, Devon Burns. In today's video, we're going to talk about Marcus Jordan, his arrest. Cam Newton had some complaining to do, Justin Bieber, and much, much more. So you guys, without further ado, we are going to bring up our super producer. Super producer, are you with me, girl?
Yes. My God, it's Wednesday already. It's hump day. Oh my God, we in the key of Z already? Jesus. Jim C, if you're watching, you should be asleep somewhere, Jim C. But if you're not and you're watching, okay, hold your OCD back.
Right.
Yeah, because she's testing it. Let me get into these greetings. Boy, it's hump day already. I feel like these weeks is flying by.
Girl, we're in February.
Yeah, we are in February. I feel like these days is flying by. We are on day, what is today? The 5th. We are on day 36 of 2025. And yeah, things is already kicking our tails. But you know, such as it may be, we'll get through it. But Dalton, February 25th, you're up. Early voting starts February 10th through the 24th at the Calumet City Library.
Okay.
Get your ass down there. You want me to pay Jennifer again? Get your ass out and vote.
Take your souls to the polls.
Oh, wow. Okay, well that's it.
Take your soul to the polls.
Oh my God. Lord,
that's my falsetto voice.
You could leave it right there. False. Leave it. Leave it, okay? So y'all get out and vote. February 25th is the actual voting day. Get to your respective polling place. Dalton, if you vote at, I think it was one of those schools. I'm gonna have to find out what school it is for you. But if you vote at the school that's under construction, then you need to go to Diekman and vote. Okay?
It's another school or just another community school?
It's another school. Diekman is another school, elementary school.
Okay.
So get over there.
Good information. Good information.
Good morning to you, Toy Mafia. Toy
Mafia,
okay.
First
I feel like you're back a little bit. I feel like you're back. All right.
Mafia.
Good morning, Justin. Strawberry shortcake. What's going on?
Strawberry shortcake. Oh, I love that hat. Strawberry shortcake.
Come on, Strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see. What X?
Send the representative. Come on, don't be shy.
I'm finna hit this button.
Don't be shy, X. You can't be shy.
We're gonna get on with a few topics and then I'm gonna X your butt right on out because
you're gonna be
following down behind that little man that get that satellite link. We're gonna get your butt
Elon Musk.
We're gonna get your butt whooped. Okay.
Mhm,
Strawberry shortcake already laughing. Okay. Child,
mhm.
with these two clowns on this screen, you'll never know. We do a lot more laughing off camera than we do
Yeah,
on.
we
I
kinda
mean,
bring it on in because we
yeah.
probably would never get nothing done the
Yeah,
way
we
we
probably
be
wouldn't
talking.
even broadcast. We'd be laughing at a myriad of things.
A
Okay,
myriad of
a
things.
myriad. All right, we're gonna get started because somebody has told me they only have an hour. Like I don't have things to do, so
I'm just saying, I gotta keep you on track,
uh,
so
not you got to keep me on track with all your singing and whatnot. Anyway, YouTube, if you're in the building, go ahead on and say good morning. And as soon as you put in, I'm gonna say good morning back. Yeah,
mm.
X, that was a shot at you.
Pew,
It
pew,
was.
pew, pew, shots
Shots
fired.
fired. What is this mess you sent this morning?
Girl,
What is
this is
this?
hilarious. I told you, remember the internet is so disrespectful. This is Janelle Monáe,
Mhm.
freestyling against Nelly. She
Mm, mm, mm.
I used to like Nelly, but then he went to perform. I don't give a you sold out. I used to think you was cool, but now you look like a mother fool. Going to the inauguration to participate with some who don't give a about who you feeling.
Wow.
I guess Janelle Monáe had to give her little piece and 2 cents about, Nelly performing at, Trump's one of his parties, inauguration parties.
Oh, okay.
So
Listen, I don't have any thoughts.
yes. I thought it was so disrespectful.
Did
Like
you?
he could it's his career. He could do whatever he wants to do,
Indeed.
you know.
Indeed. I mean,
She ain't gonna give Snoop Dogg that smoke because Snoop Dogg will give her the smoke back.
well, yes. And she
Cause
could give it
he
back.
get real disrespectful.
Well, first of all, she could give it back to him with his own words.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
the first time he was inaugurated, he called the people that performed jigaboos.
Jigaboos and um
So jig your buoy. You get him, Janelle Monáe. That's what you do. Okay, get you some little fact checkers, and then
it's a fact check.
cipher his away. Okay, that's
Everybody
what you
was
do.
like,
You have my
"Oh,
full, you have my
oh,
full support, and I
Burns."
approve that message. Do you understand me?
She need to
Whatever you say.
worry about your own career. Don't be
What?
worried about
She
Nelly's
don't need to
career.
worry about her career. This woman is booked and busy. She's on so many sitcoms. I mean,
Okay, if
Amazon
she
has her
booked and
book
busy, why she even got, Nelly's name in her mouth if she that
because
booked
she
and
can, because he
busy?
was in the room and it was a freestyle cipher. I mean, when
He
you
didn't
come to
sign
one
up
of
for that cipher. Give
when you
him the
come
mic. Let him freestyle.
when you come to those
Like,
things, you got to
give
be
him the
ready
mic.
for the smoke if you in the room.
No, I
It's
don't think it was a
Nelly is
freestyle
giving
cipher. She was
ghostwriter.
performing at a Grammy, party when
Nelly is giving ghostwriter because I would have went up there and snatched the mic, sir. Don't answer after the party. Answer in the party. That's why they throw these parties. I mean, it's not a Diddy party, as Bow Wow could say. We miss those parties. No, we don't. Bow Wow, shut up. Okay, but anyhow,
yeah, Bow
mm,
Wow. Yeah,
a
that was
miss,
different.
a miss. Moving on.
Uh,
Michael Jordan's son. Jordan was
Marcus.
arrested after he got his blue Lamborghini stuck on the train tracks, according to an arrest affidavit. And you know, this is the part of the story that they told, but I believe it was a DUI stop. Um,
Actually, I pulled up the record. He had some cocaine with him
I
on
mean,
him.
a lot of things were going on in this stop, I'm sure.
Mhm.
But let's yeah, this is
Marcus.
like for me, he was charged with possession of cocaine and what was that? This thing go by
Resisting
so
arrest.
yeah,
Resisting
that's what I
arrest.
thought.
Mhm.
Either way, he was
Look at him.
driving a total embarrassment. A total embarrassment. Your dad is the greatest of all time,
And he's a billionaire. And
and you
look
the,
at you
look, and
riding around with Coke.
you the greatest one doing time.
Great. But they only charged him with a misdemeanor. I'm like, when was Coke a misdemeanor? Like, you can have cocaine or you can get a
Okay,
misdemeanor.
wait a minute now. Unless that state has a law about the amount.
I think
If it
all
was
states have
personal
a,
use,
a, a law about the amount, but
if it
maybe
was
it was
personal use,
personal
if it
use.
was
Yeah.
under a certain amount. Oh, hey Nene, how you doing? Your sister didn't even speak to you, child. Get your sister when we get off this broadcast. Cause I
Hey,
don't know.
nay, nay, in the
Mm-mm.
building. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know what is in
See,
the
you didn't
water.
give no ingredients. Justin in the building, yeah. That's what I'm gonna start greeting everybody when they cuss.
Put a 2 in the chat if you do not want your name desecrated. The name that your mama and
Strawberry.
your daddy gave you to be desecrated. Put a 2 in the chat. Um anyway, yeah, your dad the greatest of all time and you the greatest doing time.
The
I
greatest do time. That took me out. That's
I am
hilarious.
I am beside myself. Like how how does that happen? You are an heir to billions, allegedly, because I don't know
Allegedly.
if
He
he's
might
gonna
write him
give
off.
wait a minute, first of all, I don't know if he's gonna give any of his black children any money.
You said the old kids. He ain't saying getting
No,
nothing.
he's a Brian McKnight, so I don't know if he's gonna give any of his black children. I
I think
said
the
what I said.
other son works with him, right?
I don't know, but like
Okay.
I said, I don't know if he's gonna give any of his
And
black
then
children.
the daughter, I think she has something to do with his businesses too.
Now the daughter I do know, she was over his marketing. I think she's over
Marketing
like the
and
marketing
yeah,
division and
yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
But like I said, I'm gonna say this again. He's a Brian McKnight. So I'm not sure that he's gonna give any of his black children anything, and this may be why
He is not no
baby
Brian
Jordan,
McKnight. Leave Michael Jordan.
be acting out, dating his friends' wives and
Oh my God.
doing all kinds of stuff because he not gonna get no inheritance.
Getting
So
no money.
yeah, so he might as well just crash out and do whatever he wanna do. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, this is interesting. The greatest of all time versus the greatest doing time. I wonder if Jordan ever thought in his mind that this was gonna be his life, but I absolutely think it's his karma. You
For
heard
what?
that? Because first of all,
Mhm.
you don't really invest in your own community, but you want to take our money every year with the same damn shoes, just in a different color. And we the dummies that be buying, excuse me, forgive me. We are the people that be buying uh your shoes, and we are the majority of the people
Mhm.
that buy your shoes. But yet, your lack of charitable contributions to, I would say, society in general. Let's not even take it to color, to society in general are very lackluster,
Mm. Mm.
very lackluster. So, for me, that's why people here in Chicago actually hated him. I don't even think understand why people think that he was loved here. He was not. That statue, that Jordan statue that's in front of the United Theater has been desecrated so many times. I don't even
Mm.
know why they haven't removed it yet. But,
Mhm.
you know, it is what it is. Go off. I feel like you can never spend that amount of money in your entire lifetime, and your lifetime is shorter because you're older.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I feel like um that part is why you should be, doing loads of charitable donations.
Mhm.
Because there's absolutely enough for you to spread out to your family, and those things. But
Mhm.
I digress.
Yeah, it says, I had to pull up his charitable work. He donates to the Boys and Girls Club, Make-A-Wish, um, but nothing, I for some reason I thought he helped build some clinics in North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. I was reading this years ago that
When the
he helped
internet
build.
determined that was a lie.
Oh, it was a lie?
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
did you find it? Because it should have came right up, but like I
yeah.
said, your charitable donations are lackluster. I feel that you could be doing more, if not right underneath Jeff Bezos' wife, he could be doing things to that level in community.
I'm not gonna knock him. I'm not gonna count the guy's money and tell him what he should be doing with his money. But, I think Michael Jordan, reason why he's not liked is because he does not do for the community, period. So, I mean,
Good
like
morning,
they say,
Wyoming
he
gal.
he donated $10 million to Make-A-Wish Foundation. And all those nonprofit organizations, especially the large ones,
First of all, it's a
60%.
tax write-off. They $10 million is tax write-off.
Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying 60% of most charitable organizations that large,
They don't
60%,
even get most of the money.
60%
Like,
go
the
over
people don't
for overhead.
yeah, the people don't even get
Mhm.
most of the money,
Yeah.
so you're not
So
even contributing anything. You're
so
you're moving a corporation forward for your own financial gain because somewhere down the line, y'all gonna collaborate on something.
mhm.
Whatever.
Mhm.
I said what I said.
Mhm.
Imma stand on it, and you could be doing way more than you are, and that's why you're hated. Whatever.
Mhm.
And then another thing, Michael Jordan. Why are your eyes so yellow? Please stop drinking or go get your kidneys checked because I'm sick of seeing it.
And that
That's
might
an
just
extra.
be a southern thing, though.
No, excuse me. My mom from South Carolina, her eyes is
Mhm.
not yellow like that.
Mhm.
But they was when well, for me, when your eyes are yellow like that, it's your liver or your kidney. One of them two. You need to
Maybe
go get that
maybe
checked.
maybe you got,
You need to go get that checked ASAP. Anywho, moving on. Y'all, all I got to show you right here is a picture. This is Justin Bieber. What is happening in this man's life? He looked like a rich bum. How do you do that? What is happening?
that's designer stuff.
I just said
Clothes
he
or
looks like
whatever.
a rich bum, but what is happening? He looks very disturbed. And I ain't just saying like like his spirit. That's coming out of his spirit. He looks
Mhm.
very disturbed in this picture.
Maybe he's going through some things.
We all know he's going through some things because this Diddy trial is absolutely going to bring out some things. And
Mm.
he might actually have to get on the stand and testify to some things that he
Mhm.
don't want to relive.
Mhm.
But this is proof that things wear on your outside that you hold on the inside.
Mhm.
But carry on. I really think I would hope that his wife is making sure that he's getting the mental attention, the mental health care attention that he needs.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Because, they have a child now, so, you know, he needs to get healthy in a hurry.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I hope that that's what's happening for him. But yeah,
And I hope he pull his pants up.
how do you look like a rich homeless person? This is interesting to me. The look is interesting, but okay.
Yeah, he need to pull his pants up.
This was yours. I'm gonna pull up the article.
Yeah, so Cam Newton, he, uh, you know, was I don't know it necessarily would be a complaint, but he was saying checks doesn't come like it used to when he was in the NFL. And he said it hurts not being able to provide for his 8 kids like he once did after losing $6 million NFL salary. And he admits he's just not Superman. Um, this is basically going through how much he made over the years. And now, now he has this podcast that he's doing. And the checks are not as great as it was when he was in as an NFL player. And I think one point, I think they said over his career, he made over $100 million. So it's like, did you invest any of that money? I'm thinking like, how do you spend $100 million that fast without, making no investments? So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? And then on top of that, you got 8 kids. Should we feel sorry for you? You
Good
could
mo-
control how many kids you have.
Good morning, Debris. Um, my thoughts on this. My thoughts on this is when you had that first mental health breakdown and you got put off that team, you should have went and addressed that mental health situation right there, because that's absolutely why he needs to produce on his podcast, and he do, and he do. Jim C, good morning. Um, but for me, that's when he should have addressed this mental health issue that he has. Because after that, he began to act sporadically and do sporadic things. I don't know if it was from all those hits that he took, because we know that CTE is a thing. Um, he also needed to have, and I believe this wholeheartedly, that these kids that are in sports in high school, they need to be put in financial literacy in high school. If they're on that track, you know, that's the track they want to be on to go into the NFL, then they need to be put in financial literacy courses and absolutely mentored that whole entire time about money. Because now that they can get these endorsement contracts in college and be paid, lots of money are going to come to them before they even hit that professional level. And they need to know that investing in your friend's business is not an investment, because you need to make sure that your friend is a credible, uh, dependable person in business. You know, they might be a dependable person as a friend, right? But business is something different. And I feel like a lot of these players take their money and invest with their friends, trying to help their friends, and end up losing most of their money because they
I
did
I
not take
I,
into
I
account that their
yeah.
friends were not intellectually capable of running a business. And they end up pouring more money into something that was not even their dream. So they're not keeping a track of it, or watching it, or any of those things. And yeah.
I think probably 90% of them is not necessarily investment or investing with their friends. I think 90% of their spending is just on frivolous stuff,
I
stuff
I I
that
don't
they
think
don't
that
need.
I don't think that 90% of it is. I
Okay,
know for
95%.
no.
I
I think
guarantee
about
about
I would
95%.
say I would say about 80%. Um and that's just because of majority of the stories that you can see in the news. James Harden, a lot of the older players too, like Latrell Sprewell, he made comments about business decisions that he made with friends that he wouldn't have made knowing what he know now. So, and as far as the kid thing is concerned, he could have stopped at any time.
Yeah,
But he is
yeah.
still having children currently, isn't he?
I think, the 8,
What's the
so that
youngest?
last one, I think that's what made it 8. She was pregnant, and I thought they was getting married, and the engagement was called off or something like that. I'm not for sure.
Wyoming gal, this is what I'm talking about. I said he needed to have addressed his mental issues, and he would not have had the breakdown that he had in sports in NFL. He absolutely had um problems with authority and all of that stuff. Uh, back when he was in college, and it just transferred because he didn't get any help for it. That's what I feel about him.
Yeah.
I like his podcast. Uh, I don't watch it. There's a few episodes I've seen because he's not that, exciting to me. Uh,
I don't think he's yeah, like you said, not that exciting.
yeah, he's had a
Certain.
few like explosive, like viral moments, like the doctor when he had the doctor on,
And
and
yeah,
she
and she
kind of
was
addressed a lot of his
issues.
mental issue, but he didn't
Mm.
want to, he didn't want to accept them. He didn't want to take accountability. That was a very viral moment for him. So, but other than that, his podcast don't really get talked about like that. Not not as much as Shay Shay. So yeah,
Mm, mm, mhm.
that's what I feel about him.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, look. I think this happened yesterday. I don't know about these planes here. Okay. Passengers fear near miss at Detroit Metro was
Mm.
routine maneuver. Let's watch this. No, we gotta
I'm
watch
attorney Mark
commercial
Bernstein.
first.
Our no fee guarantee is
I mean,
simple.
these people gonna
There's
get
never a
paid no
fee
matter by
until
any
we win
means
for you.
necessary.
To hire the Sam Bernstein law firm, I didn't have to pay anything. Nothing up front. They took care of all my needs and expenses. Everything was covered.
Sam Bernstein.
I'm scared. I'm scared to fly.
And you would be too if you were like Tammy on a plane
It's
coming
an
home from
echo.
Paris Sunday night after a week's trip, just about to land at Metro Airport when all of a sudden.
And we had 2 minutes to land. I looked out the window and I see the ground. I'm like, okay, we made it. And then next thing you know, the plane took off like a flight jet into the clouds.
Air France, apparently, according to the pilot, had just missed a plane?
The pilot comes over the speaker and says, sorry about that, folks. We just there was a plane in the way, so we had to go around it.
The trip was all good until that time. Tammy and her son spent quality time in Paris. But this return trip brought back memories of 2 other major plane crashes recently.
I think there needs to be more air traffic control employees.
Despite the fact that the pilot did land the plane safely, no one was hurt. However, what about future flights for Tammy?
I have a flight booked at this time and I'm nervous. I'm scared to go in October. I said, well, hopefully by October, everything will be ironed out.
And we hope so too. In Berkeley, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
The way he whispered at the end had me weak. And
Hope so too.
And we do too. Fox 2 News.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I mean,
It is scary when they're saying all these near misses. This is not normal activity, near misses. So I don't know what actually. I think they should be grounding flights. If you don't got enough air traffic control people in the tower, we need to ground these flights because all you're doing is putting individuals at risk. Especially if you don't have enough people to um take control of the traffic in the air.
first thing for me is it is so difficult to become an air traffic controller. And they only open up applications at certain times. And then they have all of these strict criteria in order for you to even be able to apply. That to me is crazy because you are shutting out a whole demographic of people. I don't even know based on what. And you don't realize that the younger generation is not coming in to be air traffic controllers because they are worried about being social media stars and content creators. So they're not interested in doing like we were taught and getting a career and building up your career and having longevity in a position. They're not interested in that. They want these quick money. So um I feel that's why that industry is not growing, and you have a shortage because of that. I absolutely feel like that is a field that they should be asking for people, as many people as they as want to, and anybody to come and train, because there's a whole training thing that you do. So I feel like they should be asking anyone and everyone that wants to come and do it, so that they will begin to have enough people. The people that they have right now are probably so taxed and tired. They probably working like these 12 to 14-hour shifts because they are lacking so many people. Like, this is insane.
I don't think they should change their qualifications. Maybe the age. One of the I guess criteria, you have to be under the age of 31. So maybe they need to increase that age, but I can't see them changing being mentally capable of air traffic control, doing a mental
You
screening.
you can absolutely be taught, and that's the reason for the training. That you weed out people. You're gonna weed the people out that don't meet the standards. I'm not asking them or saying that they should change the standards, but you heard that age, 31. No one
Yeah, I think
under
you should change
no one
that
under
standard. That's the
31
only
is
standard.
seeking to be an air traffic controller. Those people absolutely are trying to be content creators, because it is a social media age, and they believe that those are the big checks. And in some cases they are. So yeah, you just take the age restriction off, put the people through the training. At the end, you're gonna make a decision who makes it and who don't, based on test scores, based on all the other criteria that you have,
Mhm,
background checks, those type of things.
mhm,
Yeah, and let's get this done. Why I'm a gal says my cousin is a retired air traffic controller. He retired early because things started changing in his industry. He said people would be shocked if they knew how many mistakes are made.
mhm,
Child.
mhm,
So we need to you need to adapt to the time that we live in.
mhm.
And that age restriction is crazy, because if you poll the industry right now, people from 31 and under are not, they're not, they don't want to go sit in a tower for 12 hours a day and not see anybody and be stressed out. Because even when everything goes right, you're still stressed, because you never know. At any second, something could go wrong. So for me, that's what it is.
Mhm.
And they need to take, because like they only do it at certain times of the year that they allow people to apply. They need to do away with that. They need to be hiring some people every month, or doing a training session or course or whatever it is, like
Mhm,
every 6 months. Hey, we're
mhm,
going to take in 500 people. We're
mhm,
going to put them here, here, and here. You can definitely put them in all different states and do the trainings in all different states. But the FAA or somebody needs to step in. We need to get this changed and going. Jim
mhm.
C says, I had a friend who tried out and was a straight A student, but didn't get accepted. I think the retire age is 56 years old. That's insane.
Well, because they have to be physically fit. And so if you really think about 55, 56, that's when you start having medical problems.
I mean, so you trying
They
to
have
get rid of
strict.
people before you have to pay their medical benefits? That's
No,
insane.
it's not that. You could if you stroke out at on site,
Man, these people
you
gonna stroke out regardless, because they are so under stress. Look at what's happening now. Look at what's
if
happening.
you if you listen, if you have all these medical issues, it's not nothing to do with the, "Oh, I don't wanna
Well,
pay your
people are
medical
gonna
insurance."
have medical
They
issues
have to
regardless.
have 24/7 eyesight. With flights are
People are
running,
gonna
they have to.
have medical issues regardless. The older
I don't
you
think
get,
so. I don't think
yeah,
people have
yeah,
medical
yeah,
issues
they can.
regardless.
Somebody can catch cancer at 31. Prostate
But that's
cancer.
the probability is really slim.
Uh,
Somebody catching cancer
I'm
at
gonna let you say
31.
so because people are getting sick at a more rapid rate. So I feel like it's open season on anything. You gotta stop thinking that because you're 56, oh, this, and you need to be
The
physically fit.
probability of you getting sick at age of 31 versus 56 is higher. That's just stats. That's why your
For me,
insurance is higher. That's
something needs to be done. What you're doing right now ain't doing it. So you need to get that figured out.
well,
Because
I
right
don't
now,
I
all
don't
of the
agree.
things
This
that
is
you're
the
worried
standard.
about are
Yeah.
being debunked because these people that you have in there now cannot handle it.
No, they don't have enough people. They
Even
don't have enough
look
people, so
because
that
of
it's overburden the system.
look at the constraints that you have. If
They
no
should
one is
have you
applying,
shouldn't I don't
if
think
no
they
one is
should
applying
change
31
those
and under,
restraints.
if no one is applying at 31 and under, you better pivot.
I don't think you should
This is going to
change the
continue to
constraints,
happen.
especially on medical
This is going to
restraints.
continue to happen. And in a minute, we're going to be in a situation where flight is going to be restricted. Flight times.
They should restrict the flights until they boost
No,
up
they
their
should. They should absolutely lift these restrictions on this age and test it out. You're testing everything
I'm
else
not
out.
saying age shouldn't be restricted, but you do have medical requirements. Those are some of the restrictions.
Well,
I don't
listen,
agree
you
with that
better
they should
rethink
lift
your
those
medical
restrictions.
requirements because there are some older people that are healthier than these younger people.
I don't think they should lift their medical restrictions.
I think that they should
And
relook at
if the
these.
younger people are now healthy,
I
then
think they
they
should
don't
look at these
qualify.
medical
I mean,
restrictions. They
that's
should look at
just
these medical restrictions because there are some 65 and 70-year-olds that are healthier than these 56-year-olds.
what I'm saying is they shouldn't lift the medical restrictions. It doesn't matter
That
what
you can
age
say
you
it or you
are.
won't. But I said what I said. They're gonna
They
need to do
should not
something.
lift the medical restrictions.
Yeah, they should, and they're gonna need
Why
to do
would they
something.
lift the medical restrictions though?
They're going to need to do something because you're cutting out a whole demographic.
That's not a
That it
whole
could be.
demographic. A demographic of sick people? You want somebody
Did I
controlling the
say
flight
sick people?
with glaucoma?
Did I say sick people?
With glaucoma.
Rewind the tape back. Somebody rewind me back and say,
You
did
said
I say
medical
except
restrictions. That's
sick
one of the
people?
look.
Did I
Listen to the
say
medical.
except sick people?
I'm just telling you what the
No,
guidelines.
I did not. I
I
said there are healthier
glaucoma,
people.
cataracts, chronic
There are
eye
healthier
disease,
people
and
between
history.
the age of 60 and
Ear, nose, and
72
throat.
than these 56-year-olds.
Cardiovascular,
I said what I said.
neurological
I'm not
disease,
gonna go back and forth with you.
musculoskeletal
I said what I
disease.
said.
I mean,
$1 million worth of stolen shoes from Nike
anyway.
and New Balance. I think this right here with these tariffs, this gonna happen a lot more too. Look at all this. Look at what happened.
Call it a high-top heist. More than $1 million in stolen sneakers found in a Chicago warehouse.
Our Nate Rogers is live with the stash, and that includes Air Jordans. Nate.
Yeah, that's right, Scott and Don. Air Jordans for sure. As you just mentioned, this was no ordinary heist. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart calling this, quote, a widely sophisticated, organized operation. As you just mentioned, more than $1 million in merchandise. Take a look.
We got Nike involved and New Balance, and they were able to do their analysis of it. And this is all legit. There's no knockoffs. This is all real stuff. And as they say, wildly expensive stuff.
This is 26-year-old Eric Luciano Bautista, now facing felony theft charges. And here's all of the alleged stolen merchandise, including thousands of pairs of retro Jordan 3s and 12s, also New Balance gym shoes. The Cook County Sheriff's crime investigators executed a search warrant at a warehouse located at 15th and Western this past Friday. That's when the shoes were recovered. The Sheriff's Office says Luciano Bautista was not an authorized seller. Cook County's crime unit has recovered over $4.5 million in stolen merchandise over the last 9 months. Earlier today, via Zoom, Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart would not disclose where exactly the shoes were stolen from, but he was forthcoming in sharing their store value and even their street value.
exactly where this was going to go. A lot of the stuff goes online at times. Other times there's an attempt to resell it at different locations. So we're not 100% sure what the end game was here, but I can tell you that this was all legitimate product that was destined for a store that these folks got, and were, as I said, going to be selling $1 million worth of this stuff. And if you go online, I mean, like a lot of the New Balance stuff that we got, those shoes are sold out anywhere. So the only way you can go is to try to get them online somewhere. And some of them, individual pair of shoes are going for $2,500.
Sheriff Tom Dart also saying Luciano Bautista did not act alone. It's believed that multiple people were involved in this. Over the weekend, Luciano Bautista did appear before a judge at 26 in California and was released from custody pending trial. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story and keep you updated on air and online. Reporting live downtown, Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
So was that in Chicago?
Yeah. Downtown, like Western, I think he said Western Avenue. I don't know. I don't remember what the cross street for was, but it's, where those industrial warehouses.
Yeah, that's not the first time. I remember last year I covered a story where they found $6 million worth of merchandise in a building in Chicago. They robbed the trains. That's where they get them from. I mean,
Well, for me, this is gonna, I feel like, happen more often. But $2,500 for the street value of some shoes. I don't know who he's selling to, but I ain't buying no shoes for $2,500 from no man on the street.
well, some sneakerheads. That's probably what they.
Maybe he meant they'll put them online, so they
Yeah, probably
consider
so.
they considering street
value, yeah.
and street online too.
Mhm.
But not one knockoff. So they all were authentic. Where is all this evidence going to go back to? Will it go back to Nike? Will it go back to New Balance? Or what would they do with this evidence? I mean,
Probably. I mean, I believe they got serial numbers on those Nikes, so they probably tracked the serial number to see where they was going to and ship it back to the store, maybe. Or it might just be evidence. They probably just have it in some type of
maybe
warehouse as
Nike and
evidence.
them will have to file a paper or of some sort to get their property back,
Right.
so that they can be able to sell it, I guess. But yeah, I feel like this is going to happen a lot. I think that's the first place, but I think it's going to start happening all over the United States due to these new tariffs and these constraints that are going on.
I think it's been happening. So people gonna steal, they gonna steal. They didn't worry about, they wasn't buying that stuff anyway. They was stealing it. So
I don't know if you guys have seen this story. An American woman reportedly refuses to leave Pakistan after a failed marriage plan. I think this is one of those, what's that show on TLC, 90 Day Fiance or something like that, I think it's called. Now, the man refused to marry her once she got there, and now she's demanding money from the Pakistani government. And her son over here in the United States debunks her story and says she's mentally unstable. This woman had me in a chokehold over the weekend. Look at her.
5,000 USD from you guys. Tell the government I'm doubling it. You hear me?
If government don't give you $5,000,
I want 5,000 from you guys. That's separate from them. Respect for Allah.
You guys, हम सब मिलके दे भाई.
This woman first began to demand $5,000 from the Pakistani government. It went from $5,000 to $50,000.
की खातून ने आपसे कुछ देर पहले कराची में भी साफ
Wait, you can't understand that.
अब जो भी मामला जितना हो गया 2-3 दिन बहुत हो गया भाई बहुत हो गया बस है बस अब बस है बस है बस
He talk too much.
बस
Listen, he talk too much. That's it.
yes that's it yes I'm saying ये भी देखे यही मेरी बात की तारीफ कर रही है
Listen, you talk too much.
okay
We don't know what you're saying.
अच्छा आप अब ये सारी चीजें हम जो आप अभी देख रहे हैं
Now, what if she had got arrested because they absolutely have laws over there about women yelling at men?
I think
Like this.
Pakistan is more liberal in
My
in
demand
being a
today is to put
country.
on a newspaper
Okay.
that y'all gonna give us money tomorrow or by the ending of this week. We need 50K.
Did you hear her this time? Now she needs
My plan
50K.
is to fix up this building, shield the front, make the front stronger, and that if anybody walk past this house and this building, it's not a game.
Now this man says he feels like whoever brought her over there needs to marry her.
We need 50K.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was saw this, and I think when she linked up with the guy that she was supposed to be marrying, he was much younger than her, and he didn't know she was that old. So he
Because
walked in the door and like, nope, wrong
what do you
person.
think
Slammed
about
the
this
door and ran
90 day?
upstairs.
What do you think about this 90-day fiance thing? Like just in general, because I feel like this is what that was. You know, like that TLC show where they date people online or whatever. They talk to people online through WhatsApp, and then
You know what? I don't have I'm not against it because some cultures, they arrange marriages,
right.
but I think when you mix culture with a different culture, I think that's gonna be, a bad recipe for disaster. But I don't know. I'm
I
indifferent
absolutely
about it.
do not think that this woman should. She's saying he was catfish SP. Listen,
Yeah.
I know what she's saying. But for me, I don't think that these Americans, especially, she seems like the
Kinda
shady
crazy.
type, like she
Oh
would do
yeah,
something
like
like
she just
this.
yeah.
Because look at the way she was yelling and talking to that man. Like, ain't no way you in my country and you should be talking to me like that. Like,
You talk too much.
that's crazy. That's why people look at us the way they do in foreign countries, saying that we're rude, we're this. Because look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
she was
She's
straight
going over
rude.
there now holding this country hostage because the man refused to marry her. Girl, carry your butt back over here where you belong and go to work.
If they lock
'Cause
her ass up, she won't be saying that.
that's
She'll be like,
my thing.
"Okay, I'll go back to my country."
Now you're gonna want to go back when they start putting your hands behind your back. Now you're gonna be hollering, "No, let me go. I'm getting on the plane today."
I'm getting on the plane now. I already scheduled my flight.
And then you're gonna try to extort. And this is the thing for me. She could have got arrested. She should have got arrested right then when she tried to extort the government
Yeah, that
of
was wild
Pakistan. When
right
she
there.
said she went from 5,000 to 50,000.
Mhm.
And why should that man marry her? She show up looking like the ghost of Christmas past. Ain't no way. That man shouldn't have to marry her. That's crazy. Okay? What? You see her? You saw how she looked.
Yeah,
Just
she
stop.
look a mess.
Okay? And you show up, you know this what you
She
did.
looked like she was using like bleach and
Yeah,
clean on the
it was
top of
like
her
that
forehead,
powder.
and then her bottom part was brown skin. Like, come on,
I
woman.
feel like she, older people, like when I used to work in a nursing home, there's this lady that used to use that 1940s powder
Oh
and put on her
yeah,
face.
like she a geisha girl.
Right. And so that's what she like. We'll come by the room and she's sitting in a chair with
Oh my
with this
God.
powder on. And I'm thinking, did she expire? Did she get herself casket ready? And now we got to go in here and prepare her, child. And she would be playing like we go in there and she would be okay, but she would be sitting in a chair with this powder on her face, looking like a ghost.
Mm-mm.
But that's you know what.
Mm-mm.
I'm fit to be tied with y'all going over to these people's countries trying to hold them hostage for some
That was
mistake,
wild right
for
there.
some choice that you made. You made to lead this man on. You probably never sent them your picture because you seen your own picture.
Or
And
sent
you was
him the
like,
wrong picture. You know, he probably thought he was gonna get a young bride.
Justin,
And
I was
your old ass showed up.
her son is the one that took me out because he debunked all that. She went over there because she was broke and didn't want to work, and that's what she thought. She was
She
gonna get over
crazy.
there, marry this man, and not have to work. Just say I used to watch 90-day shows, but don't have cable no more. Too busy being a YouTube troll. Justin, you can absolutely watch these little things on YouTube. Go over there, find out, because you can. She's not our representative. Nene, she definitely not mine. But, they make generalizations. People from foreign countries, they
Oh
make
yeah,
generalizations about
they
us all the time.
generalizing.
So while we have not voted her as our representative,
They already made her our
that's what's over
representative.
right. That's what's over there. She flew from a country that has more freedoms than the one she flew to. So these people are absolutely looking like,
That's
what? And now
wild.
you want what? That just the extorting the government. Like in so many different countries, you could have been, even here, you could have been arrested. It's amazing to me how y'all research these countries and these things, but you ain't
Decide to do what
researching.
you're doing.
You ain't researching how to get a job. That's taking me out. Okay, it's taking me out. But anyway, next case. Okay, here we go. We almost done.
What's this about?
This you.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh my God.
Let me bring this up.
So Trump
There you go.
says U.S. will take over Gaza Strip. He's saying that they shouldn't worry about rebuilding buildings and all that stuff in Gaza. That's why he's proposing the United States take it over, and also so they won't have to worry about Hamas being there. I guess. I'm not for sure. I'm indifferent about this. I'm like, we be doing too much for real.
Correction. He be doing too much.
No. I think our government period be doing too much.
Correction. Because wasn't nobody thinking about buying or taking over this Gaza Strip until
Well, they wanted all the people to come over
your
here.
little Agent Orange.
They wanted all our people to
don't
come over
convolute
here.
don't convolute the topic now. The topic is about him taking over the Gaza Strip. He was the only one that had proposed that particular issue. But
I'm
anyway,
not convoluting the topic. I mean, you said Trump is doing too much. I think our government period be doing too much.
like I said, I think that Trump is doing too much. He already got a lot going on over here. I feel like he should just focus on whatever he's trying to get solidified over here, and then whatever thoughts he have about over there, then he can address them. But he have a lot just, trying to from what I can understand, get the spending under control over here, because that I think that is what I have been seeing that they have been saying is his goal.
Yeah.
That he gets
Spending and
spending,
immigration and all
right?
that.
That he gets spending and immigration and the borders under control. I think that's a lot all at once that involves a lot of moving parts that he's trying to, facilitate.
Mhm.
So,
But
that
Justin Wright, I think Trump is probably trolling.
he could be. I
Yeah.
mean, he's been known to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also feel like he also states things that he would like to do. That that he puts out there for people to think about.
Maybe so.
If you look at all the
Maybe that
trolling,
is
if you look
is
at all the
true.
trolling that he does,
Mhm.
like I'm not going to discount that the man was a good businessman, because he was. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
not going to discount that.
Mm.
So I feel like he trolls, but in his trolling, he just
Put
puts things
the
out for people
message
to
out
think
there.
about, to
Mhm.
start thinking about, so that he can potentially, act on it once he's in a place where he feel like he's going to act on it.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
all of the trolling that he's ever done, I feel like has
He's actually
And
act on something of
yeah,
them.
but it has involved a period where he'll say something and people will talk about it, have discussions. And I absolutely feel like he reads or he gets briefed on those discussions
Oh
based on
yeah,
the things
most
that he be
definitely.
trolling
Yeah,
about,
most
so that
definitely.
he can get a handle on, if he should do it, if it should be something that he should do.
Wyoming gal I think you're right. Hamas turned Gaza into a shithole. They said you can't even do business in Gaza because Hamas regime, people are afraid to do business with the Palestinians. So a lot of people, they can't get a lot of imports. Some of their business, if you do start a business, you got to do a business amongst yourself. You can't go across to a different state or country to do business because people are afraid to do business with them. So they kind of like almost starved themselves out, having Hamas regime over them. So I don't know.
Well, we got 4 minutes left. Absolutely made my timing.
You made your timing today.
I did. And we have one last thing, and we're going to leave off on this note. This is all I got to say. After this, Super Producer wishes nothing but blessings for your life. I'm absolutely going to be live today, sometime tonight. We've been having a good time with these little nightly lives.
What time
We
did
had a
you get on
great
live
conversation last
yesterday?
night, about 9:15.
Oh, okay.
And we had a great conversation last night. We learned some things tonight. Ain't gonna be no different. And we got a little bit of breaking news to discuss tonight.
What was the topic yesterday?
Yesterday we did the DO double dummy is what we are dubbing him. Dots. We absolutely went
I
over.
see he put his
the DO double
announcement out there.
The DO double dummy.
I believe in second chances. I'm a happily married man. Okay.
Sir,
Who asked you for that information?
Sir, you've had 10 second chances. Like, what do you consider a second chance? You beat your grandma up and they still elected you as trustee.
Girl, I got a whole video of all his alleged arrests.
They've been expunged, so he said they never happened.
Oh my God.
You stole gas.
He
You filed
stole
a false police report.
You filed a false police report, beating your grandmama up.
Okay.
Like, come on now.
You got attacked by a
What's
dog.
going on? Yeah, you got
A
attacked
certain
by a
advocate
dog.
said, "Can I pet that dog?" And you got attacked by a dog. So
The
anyway,
dog got to your nose, girl.
right.
You see his
So
face.
that was the topic. We went over Chris Clark withdrawing because I had already told the people that he was sent. He absolutely did not want to be supervisor. He was sent. And so we went over that. We went over some interesting information I had about commingling funds and why and how they might be doing it. And so we did that. Yeah, and then LinkedIn page. Okay. And I do, Justin, and I'm sorry. Okay. You was in the bushes last night watching. Was it good, Wyoming guy? That LinkedIn page took me out. We went over his LinkedIn page.
Oh my God.
Girl, his education said Network Barber College. Say what? Okay, and there was a lie on it. He said that he is the Village of Dalton administrator from September 2024 until present.
Oh. Lies and more lies. You're going to hell, Dr. Michael Dots.
The Illinois,
isn't he like a pastor or minister or some shit?
Yeah, I think so. The Illinois
line.
The Illinois website determined that was a lie. So we did that. We went over those things. So tonight we will be going into the testimony and debunking the testimony, and showing you how a stalker This is Super Producer Investigates. A stalker among us. Don't you like it when they do those titles? When they be like, this is CBS Investigates. A stalker among us. Like those titles be scaring me. I'd be like, what?
Didn't they have that weird music in the background?
Yes, I need to do something like that today because
music.
it cracks me up. I'm gonna say all in the queue. Super Producer Investigates. A stalker. Of stalkers among us.
Wyoming girl say,
GMC, you fired. You absolutely fired. You are fired for that. When you know goodness well, there ain't no key on the piano. That's where the note come from? Well, take it back because it still ain't out there. Jim, you know for a fact that's not even on a synthesized piano. I know you playing with me this morning, Jim. I'm heated. But anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. And so tonight will be no different. I think I'm gonna make that as a little thing.
Yeah.
All in the queue. Super Producer Investigates. A stalker of stalkers among us. With that. This is epic. I need to stop because I trolls and be petty bad. And so I have that going on tonight. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed to this channel, all Unpopular Opinion 2.0, you should. Also subscribe to Shawan Burns on YouTube. You going on today?
I am.
What time?
1
I think
o'clock?
I caught a little bit of your live yesterday.
Yeah, we were talking about government spending.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I'm going to get into more of government spending. We're going to take a look at all the frivolous spending. Shawan would differently scare the demons away with that singing voice. Yes, I can. Devil, you get out of the corner. Get out of my house right now.
I'm going to take this as a soundbite and play it around my house so that my kids gonna get scared. They're gonna go
sanctified, filled with the precious Holy Ghost.
Now she said an hour. Now, let me play this. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Super Producer wishes nothing but blessings for your life. This is the absolute note that we are gonna end on because this is a mic drop.
I am tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned. When I walk into Congress every single day, you know why I don't feel away and why you can't make me doubt who I am is because I know that I had to work 10 times as hard as they did just to get into the seat. When you look and you compare me to Marjorie Taylor Greene or me to Lauren Boebert, there is no comparison. And that is the life that we have always lived. So the only people that are crying are the mediocre white boys that have been beaten out by people that historically have had to work so much harder. This is why they don't want us to have education. This is why they are trying to literally say we won't fund the HBCUs because they know that if they've already gone after affirmative action and they're saying, you know what, don't allow them to come into say these PWIs, as we call them, don't allow them to come into these institutions. We know why they created the HBCUs in the first place. It was because they wouldn't allow us into the white institutions. And so now they're not allowing us in. And now they're saying, you know what, we're also going to defund the HBCUs. You know why? Because they don't want any more Kamala Harrises. They don't want any more Jasmine Crockett's. But I got news for them. I don't care what they do. We will fight to the end to make sure that we get our due. Because again, if you want to talk about the people that shouldn't be in this country, you probably need to look in the mirror because the last time I checked, the Native Americans who some of ICE have been rounding up or the Puerto Ricans who are absolutely Americans. Listen, the only people that came and colonized this place are your ancestors. Trump.
I said, say it one more time, Jasmine. I said, say it one more time. I said, what am I afraid of? Nothing, because it took me more work to get to where I am than my counterparts. I said, drop the mic. Y'all have a great day.
Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you.